How do you do, dudes and dudettes? This is Zero Cool, your host of Pinoy Reviewer. For this versus episode, we're going to pit two combatants, which are Grom Hellscream, the warrior chiefstain of the Warsong clan, versus Makabo, the prince of the Tikbalangs. Grom Hellscream was the legendary chiefstain of the Warsong clan and a powerful warrior, a close friend and the greatest lieutenant to War Chief Thrall. He is also known to have an unwavering will. He was the first orc who drank the blood of Manaroth, the Destructor, thus binding the Horde to the Burning Legion. And he would eventually pay the ultimate price to free himself and his people from the blood curse. Grom is devastating in melee, and he knows it. He eagerly charges into the thickest part of any battle, giving into his rage, and lays waste with the mighty Grom, his battle axe weapon. Though he knows that slaying enemy wizards and healers is to his tactical advantage, he cannot resist going toe-to-toe against powerful melee fighters. Against such opponents, he uses his critical strike and maximum damage abilities, and uses Blade Whirlwind when lesser foes surround him. He is a chiefstain of the Warsong clan and an orc legend. Grom is a blade master of the old tradition. Grom Hellscream had battled many great opponents, ranging from other orcs, the much larger ogres, trolls, and other monsters, but his greatest feat was when he managed to defeat Manaroth, who is a barbaric and a gigantic monster and the leader of the Pit Lords. Grom Hellscream's powers and abilities range from super strength, super speed, durability. He's a skilled warrior. He had a power nullification via Balestorm and a mirror image power. He also can be invisible at times. His weapon is the battle axe named Grom, which is a legendary two-handed axe of the Hellscream family of orcs. Grom Hellscream's axe has a heavy blade that is notched and stained, with sharp, wicked curves. It has small holes or hole dots that the blade near the handle. When the wielder swings the axe, air whistles through these holes. The sound skeins over the battlefield, magically strengthened and imbued with otherworldly power. Grom is one of Azeroth's most feared and notorious weapons. When Grom Hellscream drank the blood of Manaroth, the Destructor, his strength was enhanced 5 times, as if the fearsome orc warrior is not strong enough already.
It is the path to a new world. You believe this? I believe in Gul'dan. I believe in the Fell. His death magic has made me powerful. You'll see. You feel the strength of 5. You owe it to your clan to return. Make your warriors unstoppable. Blackhand.
Enough without.
Why be strong enough when there is stronger still? Yes, but you're green.
Makabo is a warrior prince from the species Tikbalang. Long time ago, the Swans freely roamed and hunted in the mainland before it was called Philippines. The sons of the heavens once this went, and commanded the Tikbalangs to wage war against the Aswangs. Eventually, they managed to eradicate and capture all of the Aswangs and imprison the ones that survived. The queen of the Aswangs, Rianka, vowed vengeance on the Tikbalangs and managed to do so. And Makabo's father, who is the king of the Tikbalang, was killed by the queen of the Aswangs. The Tikbalang declared a blood feud that had Makabo, as a prince, carries the burden to have vengeance against Rianka. He then conducted the journey alone, slaying countless Aswangs who dared to block his path. Makabo's powers include super strength, super speed, a speed that he can even sprint on a slant slope, and he also is quite durable. He also is a skilled warrior and a weapon expert and capable of using an array of weapons including broadswords, wrist blade, hand blade, bow and arrow, spear, and shurikens. Later, he had an upgrade when he lost his left hand and replaced it with a Gatling gun. Combat scenario would be the first round will be both combatants be in their base form, and the second part will be both in their upgraded form. So the first round is that Makabo will start the attack to Grom in rage, taking advantage of his superb aiming skill with his arrows. So Grom will try to get close, dashing in and dodging Makabo's arrows. Because of Makabo's aiming skill, an arrow or two might hit on Grom, but he will still manage to close in and force the fight to a melee. Makabo, who is no stranger to melee fights, welcomes it. Makabo pulls out his sword and duels with Grom. It would be a fair match at first, with Makabo being a jack-of-all-trade warrior makes him also a skilled melee fighter, but soon Grom's experience and expertise in melee combat eventually will overpower Makabo and win the match, so the winner is Grom. In the second round, Grom will have drunk the blood of Manaroth and have multiplied his strength 5 times and now has a blind rage berserker mode. So Makabo will have his left hand replaced with a 20mm Vulcan Gatling gun, which can easily penetrate armored vehicles. So the start of the second round fight would still have Makabo taking advantage of his range attacks, this time with more firepower. Grom takes cover over a rock and get pinned down, unable to dodge the bullets of a machine gun fire. So no matter how fast he have already become, he still can't get through. So there's only one way to do it now, and that is for him to give in to his blind rage and attack head on. So with his unwavering will, he gathers his rage and runs forward and leaps in the air. With his strength multiplied 5 times, he managed to jump so high and fast that the bullets hitting him did not even faze him. So with his axe, Grom Howl whistling and powered up, the blade struck Makabo with a great explosion and got destroyed, as how Manaroth, a far bigger monster, got destroyed. So the winner in the second round will still be Grom. So in conclusion, despite Makabo's upgrades, Grom's battle powers and battle axe came out superior over the Tikbalang Prince. So I hope you like this versus feature, so please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Adios.